Hey y'all, so I'm back with another video. I don't know about you, but man, the ads on like Facebook definitely be getting me, Instagram, Facebook. And this time what got me was a brand that I'm actually familiar with, and that's CoverFX. So I don't know if you've seen, but they are doing like a huge major flash sale. Like things are like 80% off, like literally $10. And I was like, is this too good to be true? I'm kind of concerned that they're discounting all of their products so heavily. If you didn't know, I actually worked with CoverFX as a brand ambassador in the early days. I met one of the owners, Sal, who was actually one of the original Mac chief scientists. He started out the brand, and I even got to do like a fun event with him at my local Sephora. I think he's parted ways with them because now he has another brand called Mob Beauty, which looks amazing. So there's a little controversy around the brand. I saw that they got in trouble for saying that their makeup was expensive and it should be expensive, but now it's like dirt cheap. So I don't know. I was like, let me see. This makeup was only $10, and I got a couple of things. So when I got in the mail, it took like a week to get here. I was surprised because the back of the bag says Laura Geller. Do you see that? So I don't know if they're part of the same company now, but you know Laura Geller is like famous for like the mineral makeup. So I got 4 things. Like I said, they were $10 each. I almost kind of got more, but then I was like, let me not go too crazy because what if the product's bad? And I saw some good and bad reviews. So I'm going to apply it with you right now. I have a makeup client that's coming to my studio in about 35 minutes. So I'm going to do my makeup. And like I said, I originally worked with the brand and I actually really loved the products. I even remember my shade. I was like G60 or G70 golden. 60, 70. And I seriously love the cream foundation and the powder foundation. Those are the ones I remember loving like a ton. And yeah, I was like all in back in the day. That was 10 years ago though. So things have maybe changed since then. So the products I got, let's start with this one, the CoverFX Stress Remedy Primer. And as you can see by the packaging, it's green. I actually am running really low on my green primer in my Pro Kit. I use it a lot on clients who have red skin, rosacea, my fair skin clients. I find that this is such an easy way to get the redness down without having to put a lot of product on their face. So I heard on the reviews that some people said it smelled really fishy. So I'm kind of nervous. Let's see. Okay, there's a sticker, good sign. The packaging is actually beautiful. It's got a very beautiful color scheme on it. Okay, I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand. It doesn't smell fishy at all to me. So when I put it on my hand, I'm a little surprised. I thought it was going to be green. It's actually like a pale, like it's actually white. So it's like a lotion. So I thought this was a green color correcting primer, but it says Stress Remedy Primer. Gentle cooling primer helps to soothe a stressed and irritated complexion while working to neutralize redness. Clear finish, suitable for acne and acne-prone skin. Smooth a dime-sized amount over clean, moisturized skin. Follow with foundation and makeup. So I don't really have a ton of redness in my skin, but we'll try a little bit on me. Like I said, no fishy smell, and it feels really nourishing, like a nice lotion. So I'm going to put this down as my base. What I really need to do is try this on somebody who has redness. I have redness around my nose though from allergies because allergies are hitting me like a ton of bricks this season. I am suffering so bad. If you notice my voice sounds a little hoarse, it's because of my allergies. And this one eye is like watering nonstop. Okay, well it doesn't feel like, I don't see a redness reduction. It does feel very hydrated and calming though, so I could see this working well with someone with rosacea. So that one is not bad. It's a maybe. I need to test it out on someone with dry skin, someone with red skin. Okay, so then I went in and I got the Power Play foundation. This is new to me. Like I said, I really love the cream foundation. But then I heard like weird reviews of it. People were saying it was really thick and cakey. So the Power Play came out after I was involved with CoverFX. And I do, again, the packaging is very sleek. I got the shade M4. So I think I kind of went a little different. I'm a little bit more neutral, I think, nowadays, especially in my winter, spring season, more fair. So this seemed to match from the shades online, and they had a lot of options. So I'm just going to take a little bit on the back of my hand and my favorite foundation brush, which is from Nisa, which is their Pinnacle brush. And I'm going to apply this all over. Oh, it looks kind of fair. And it looks, so it's M, it says M4. It looks olive for sure. Like looking on it, but maybe it's the lighting. I don't know. So I'm going to take a little bit. Oh, that's really light. Dang it. I think I got too light of a shade. Doesn't smell weird. Yep, this is the wrong shade. And usually I can definitely tell what my shade is by the descriptions, but I should have gone deeper, more golden. So I'm just going to apply a really sheer layer of this, even though it is too light for me. I did get a bronzer though. So I think that this foundation seems okay. I don't have any issues with it. It has a nice finish, like a satin finish. Let's go ahead and just apply it all over. And then luckily I'm wearing a hoodie so you can't see my neck. I'm looking at my pores in the mirror and I can still see pores. So that doesn't really blur that out. I saw like a video of Rose and Ben. She was saying how she thought they were discontinuing this formula. I know she's worked with them before. So as I'm blending it, and I know it's partly because this is the wrong color, it does seem to be kind of patchy, a little bit patchy. But I probably wouldn't notice that as much if it was the right color. So would I get this foundation again? For $10, I would get a different shade. But for the full price, I don't know if I would buy this for the full price. What do you guys think? They had concealers as well, but I didn't like the description of the concealer. It seemed like more of a long-last formula when I like more of a creamy skincare-based formula. So the jury's still out with this M4 foundation. Let me read the packaging. It says, the iconic full coverage foundation lets skin look like skin. I do think the skin does look like skin. Weightless, breathable formula provides long-wearing coverage, suitable for all skin types, natural matte finish. So it is drying down a little bit more matte. So maybe like a demi-matte. Shake well before use. After applying primer, blend onto face, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I mean, I do think it's okay. It seems okay. You know, if you're like, you want that more of a natural finish, I feel like this is for you. So I did get a powder foundation in the same shade. I'm now wishing I had gone darker. So this is a Pressed Metal foundation in M4. I wonder if I can exchange my shade. I'm gonna try to do that. So I used to love this because it was so fast and easy, and it was not a drying formula. That's what I found. So here's what it looks like. It comes with a, you know, the traditional wedge sponge, but I would not use that. I would use a brush. So something like this, like a dome dense brush. So this looks actually to me much warmer than the liquid, which is interesting because it's the same shade. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So this is to me what I thought I was ordering. This one is way different than the liquid foundation, even though they're the same shade. See how now it actually is matching my skin? I think I like this formula. I feel like it's giving me what I remember from back in the day. Look at the difference between the sides here. So this is to me like one of those like more natural looking powders that you can definitely wear as like a foundation. You could use it to build coverage. I think for $10, this is a steal. This I would definitely recommend. It doesn't look patchy. It doesn't look cakey. Like I said, with like a kabuki type brush, it goes on really nicely. Looks good. I like it. Okay, much better, right? All right, so the last product that I got is the monochromatic bronzer duo matte and shimmer. And there was like only two options. I got suntan bronze, which is the darker one. This is a beautiful packaging. Like all of the packaging is very nice and sleek. So let's open it up. Ooh, this is really pretty. This might even be too dark for me, especially this part. But the bronzer I could probably make work. they had another option, a lighter option. Let's see how this looks. You could totally wear this as eyeshadow or as, you know, the traditional method, which is contour bronze. So I'm going to take this like tulip shaped brush from Hakuhodo, which is my go-to bronzer brush, get a little on the tip, and let's try to go in. So it isn't as pigmented as I thought, which is good for me because I actually don't like really strong bronzers because I feel like they can kind of get away from you fast. So I think this is very pretty. It's helping to warm up my complexion. And then I'm going to apply this onto my eyes because I use this for, I usually use a bronzer as my everyday eyeshadow, just one color in the crease. I'm going to take the powder foundation. Actually, let's take what's left of the liquid and just hit my eyelids really quick, just to kind of give some kind of a lighter base. And then I'm going to take the powder foundation quickly and just cover my eyelids. Okay, now I'm going to take a blender brush. This is my go-to blender for my crease every day, like my one and done eyeshadow. This is from Sonia Kashuk, super old. So I'm going to take it, tap off the excess, and then I'm going to get this in my crease. And it's beautiful, y'all. If this is the deepest shade though, that was available, I don't know if this would work on a deeper skin tone. I think it might go up to like tan if you actually want it to show up as a bronzer, unless you're trying to use it like more of a kind of face powder. Okay, so that's that. Let me see what this color, the shimmer color, looks like. I'm gonna get a flat brush, pick up the shimmer. And it seems like it's not really coming off on my brush a lot. Let me get it with my finger. You can see it more with the finger. Oh, okay. That's pretty. I could see this being a really pretty quick eyeshadow for deeper skin tones as well. So I like that. I think that was definitely worth 10 bucks. And I'm curious what the lighter one looked like. I just didn't think it was deep enough for my skin tone. So I'm going to go ahead and finish my makeup and I'll come right back.
Hey guys, before the video ends, I wanted to do an update. I did try to make a return through CoverFX and it was so easy. They basically just have like a return portal. You put your customer number and your zip code and then you can exchange or return anything, and you pick your shades. So I returned one item because I wanted to get a darker color, but they didn't have it. And then I exchanged 2 items for a different shade. So at the end, I hit submit. They're like, okay, we'll send you your $10.40 back from the one item, and then we will exchange the other 2. But you don't have to ship anything back to us because, we want to save, the environment and less trucks on the road. So I got to keep all of my items, and I got the exchange and the return. So CoverFX is killing it with the customer service, and I want to just let you guys know it is so easy, the free returns and exchanges. So that's it.
All right, so I finished my makeup. This is kind of like my everyday look. I just did a little bit more of the bronzer on my eyes than normal, but I feel like the final look looks good. Yeah, if I was going to recommend anything, I would definitely recommend the powder. I haven't tried the cream or the concealer, so I don't know about those. I do like the bronzer. I think for the price, I would get the bronzer and I would get the powder. The foundation I'm kind of on the fence with, and I feel like this primer, I don't know, maybe also on the fence with, but definitely not mad. I don't feel like I wasted my money. I'm wondering what's happening with CoverFX. So if you guys know the tea, let me know in the comments below. And yeah, if you want to pick up some $10 makeup, go ahead and let me know what you think. Hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Ciao, Bellas.